Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Hey everyone, so I've been going through a lot lately and just wanted to get this off my chest. I've been with my boyfriend Randy for about a year and a half now. When we first started dating, it was magical. He was everything I had ever wanted in a partner. Kind, considerate, fun to be around. Basically, he was everything you could ask for. About a year into our relationship, we decided to join a gym together. Both of us wanted to get fitter, so it seemed like a fun couple activity. At first, I loved it. We were spending more time together, motivating each other, and it was a new experience for both of us. I started to see some changes in my body and felt great. But after a few months, I started noticing the other guys at the gym. A lot of them were super ripped and put in so much effort into their physique. I couldn't help but compare Randy to them. Randy was doing well, but he wasn't as ripped as the others. It sounds so shallow, I know, but I started feeling like he wasn't putting in the effort for me. I remember the day I first noticed Alex at the gym. He was doing some intense workout on the free weights, and I couldn't help but steal glances at him between my sets. His muscles seemed perfectly chiseled, and there was a confidence in his every movement that drew my attention. After my workout, as I was refilling my water bottle, he approached me. "Hey, I've seen you around. You're Casey, right? Randy's girlfriend?" he asked with a friendly grin. Caught off guard, I nodded. "Yeah, that's me, and you're... Alex?" He laughed. "Word travels fast, huh?" "Yeah, I'm Alex. Nice to meet you." We started talking more casually about our workouts and routines. He gave me some tips and shared some of his experiences. Before I knew it, we'd been chatting for a good half hour. One thing led to another, and soon we were talking about more personal stuff. Our backgrounds, our interests outside the gym. We found we had a lot in common, from our taste in music to our favorite books. "Hey," he said suddenly, "there's this new cafe downtown. They have the best cold brew I've ever tasted. Want to check it out sometime?" I knew I shouldn't. I was in a relationship, and Randy was the best thing that ever happened to me. But there was something so compelling about Alex. A magnetic charm I couldn't resist. "Yeah, sure," I replied, trying to sound nonchalant. "Sounds fun." One thing led to another, and what started as a harmless coffee outing slowly turned into more intimate encounters. The guilt was always there, gnawing at the back of my mind. But the attraction was so strong, it felt like I was caught in a current I couldn't escape from. That one coffee turned into multiple hangouts, and before I knew it, we found ourselves in a situation I'd never thought I'd be in. And the weight of that mistake, the realization of my betrayal, came crashing down soon after. After a few days, I couldn't take it anymore. I sat Randy down and confessed everything. I sat on the couch, my heart racing so fast I was sure Randy could hear it. The air in the room felt heavy, and the silence between us was deafening. I took a deep breath, trying to find the right words. "Randy, there's something I need to tell you," I began, my voice shaking. My eyes darted to his, trying to gauge his reaction. He just nodded, his face neutral, urging me to continue. God, this is so hard," I said, taking another deep breath. "A few days ago I did something really stupid. I cheated on you, Randy." The words tumbled out and I immediately regretted them. My eyes stung with tears as I watched him process what I'd just said. For a moment he was silent, his face unreadable. I half expected him to shout or explode in anger. Instead, he let out a deep sigh. "With who?" he asked, his voice soft and defeated. "Alex, from the gym," I whispered, tears rolling down my cheeks. Randy looked away, rubbing his forehead. "Why, Casey?" he finally asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "Why would you do that?" The weight of my guilt was suffocating. "I don't know," I admitted, my voice choked with tears. "I got carried away and God, I'm so sorry, Randy." He looked back at me, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. "I loved you, Casey," he said, his voice breaking. "I trusted you." Hearing those words felt like a knife through my heart. I wanted to take back everything, to erase my mistakes, but I couldn't. "I know," I whispered, my voice barely audible. "I'm so sorry." For what felt like an eternity, we just sat there in silence, the weight of my confession hanging in the air between us. We decided to break up, and it was honestly the hardest thing I've ever done. I realized how stupid I was to let go of someone so perfect for me over something so superficial. Now, I'm left with this void, and every day I regret what I did. It's been a few weeks now, and I'm still struggling to cope. Part of me wants to reach out to Randy and try to make things right, but I also know that I might have permanently damaged what we had. I just wish I could turn back time and never have met Alex, or let my stupid insecurities ruin the best relationship I've ever had. Anyway, just wanted to share my story and see if anyone has been through something similar. I know I messed up big time and I just don't know what to do. Update. A month had passed since my confession to Randy, and things had taken a turn for the worse. After the end of my relationship, I tried to find solace in Alex, hoping that maybe there was something real between us. However, reality hit me harder than I expected. One evening, after we had spent some time together, I brought up the topic of us, of what we were and where we were heading. Alex's response was colder than I could have imagined. "Why are you getting so clingy?" he said, rolling his eyes. "I thought we were just having fun." "But I thought we had something," I stammered, my heart sinking. He laughed, a cruel sound that made me flinch. "You really are naive, aren't you? Just because you threw away a good thing with Randy for me doesn't mean I owe you anything. You were just a distraction." Tears stung my eyes, the weight of regret and shame overwhelming. "I can't believe I was so stupid," I whispered. Alex just shrugged, showing no remorse. "Your problem, not mine." The next few days were a blur. The realization that I had traded a loving, caring relationship for a fling with someone who didn't care about me was almost too much to bear. I was desperate to fix things, to turn back time. Desperate and hopeful, I tried reaching out to Randy. I called, texted, and even showed up at his place. I begged him for a second chance, to let me explain, to give our love another shot. But Randy was different. The first time I saw him after our breakup, I hardly recognized him. He was ripped, his physique now rivaling those of the very guys at the gym I had foolishly compared him to. And he wasn't alone. "Casey," he said, looking down at me with eyes that held no warmth. Beside him stood a beautiful girl, fit and radiant, her arm looped through his. "This is Emily," he introduced her. Emily smiled politely, but I could sense the protectiveness in her stance. "Nice to meet you," she said. I just wanted to talk," I mumbled, feeling smaller than ever. Randy sighed. "Casey, we've been through this. I've moved on, and so should you." "But Randy, I made a mistake. Can't we just—" He interrupted. "You did make a mistake, but so did I. I should have focused on myself earlier, become the best version of myself. Now I have, and I have Emily. It's time for you to move on too." I stood there, the cold evening breeze chilling me to the bone, watching as Randy and Emily walked away. Their laughter, though faint, echoed in my ears, a stark contrast to the heavy silence that enveloped me. I felt a deep void inside, a profound sense of loss. Randy had been my rock, my anchor, and in a series of thoughtless actions I had thrown that away for a fleeting illusion. Watching him now, so confident and happy, made me realize just how much he had grown, and in contrast, it forced me to confront my own stagnation. I wandered aimlessly through the city, the bright lights a blur, reflecting my jumbled thoughts. I thought about our early days, the happiness we shared, the plans we had made. Then I thought about my betrayal, the hurt I had caused, and the consequences I was now living. I ended up at a small park, sitting on a bench overlooking a pond. The water was still, mirroring the night sky. It made me think about reflections, about the person I saw when I looked in the mirror. Was I proud of her? The answer was a resounding no. Deep down, I knew that mending things with Randy was beyond reach. He had found happiness, and as much as it hurt, I had to respect that. But what I could change was how I approached the future. I needed to grow, to learn from my mistakes, and to ensure that I never repeated them. Over the next few months, I focused on myself. I dived deep into therapy, working through my insecurities and understanding the root of my actions. I rekindled old friendships, the ones I had neglected during my relationship, and they became my support system. Slowly, as the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, I started to rebuild. The pain of losing Randy never truly went away, but it became a reminder, a lesson in the importance of loyalty, trust, and the consequences of our actions. One day, while grabbing coffee, I bumped into Emily. We talked, and to my surprise, she was genuinely kind. She told me about her and Randy, about their travels and plans. It stung, but I was also genuinely happy for them. Walking away, her words resonated with me. I had lost Randy, but I had found myself. And as I moved forward, I promised myself that I would never again let my insecurities dictate my actions. What the fuck, lady? I swear the confession stories are the worst. My day was going pretty good too. until I read this shit. Anyways, what do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.